I gotta ask, because now it just hit me. I gotta ask you a question. So when most people go, there's dudes that do battle rap, like Loaded Lux and Murda Mook. For some reason, a lot of battle rappers can't make successful albums. And then I'm going, and they also go, well, a lot of guys that are successful at making albums can't battle rap. And I go, when you think about a guy like Jada, one of the hardest MCs ever, if you had to battle rap, like, you know.
I can't do that shit.
For real?
I think you could, though.
I could, but I can't. They possess a special thing with that. That's they. And I mean, matter of fact, I could, and they might be able to make classic albums. It just once the people start saying, yo, the battle rap niggas can't make good albums, the regular niggas can't be battle. I maybe can if you push me to the limit. Or the bag was out of, because they never say who win. Whoever you just, the winner or the loser is up to the individual's ears. Like, they never just put a thing up, Aries, 50 rounds, Kiss, 3 rounds. It just said you was there or you watched the link. You come outside, your man might think you won. Other man might think I won. So if the bag is right, there's no... All you gotta do is win a good round and a half.
I think that was the
You get a round and a half, you could be... How many rounds? Is it 3?
3.
But it's really an art of that shit. They can keep starting over in order to come back with the... that should take a lot of practice. I would have to go to I would have to go in the camp of...
See, from the outside looking in, and just, as a fan, you just go...
I could do it. I probably could, but I ain't going to just step out there and stay out.
And then my question to you, Joe, is...
I want to help answer that, too.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I would think, like, if there's so much potential money in, what if they were to set up, like, a pay-per-view and go, we would love to see Eminem versus Jada, Fabulous versus another MC, like that, and that never happens really, except with the versus thing that just happened because of COVID.
The thing I'm trying to tell you is to be careful with 50 Cent in them.
How did he get back to...
No,
it's crazy.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Where did we... we talking to... Are you here?
This hip-hop thing, right, is good. Well, the guys, to get the most respect, they have unscathed resumes. So nobody ever robbed Fat Joe. Nobody ever beat Fat Joe up. All the guys I ever beefed with, they never got one up, right? 50's part of that frame of thought where no one gets one up on him, right? So you got to understand these guys got these type of like egos where they're not trying to take no type of L. So with the battle rap, ain't no professional rapper. Like you might find a Frejo Star, you might find one of them. You ain't gonna find a top tier rapper trying to battle for any amount of money. Jada against Eminem, this. They're not doing that shit because nobody wants that blemish on a record. And it's the same way streetwise with rappers. Once you catch that L and you on video, they were terrified at Suge Knight till they seen him get beat up one time and they had him on film. After that, they was trying to rush him everywhere he went. Arizona. These people were so terrified of him. So once they see you catch that L somewhere, whether it's battle rap or whatever the case may be, good luck walking around the same way you walk around. Now, let me go back to that original question. The truth is, there's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to make a hit record. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to make a hit hook. Don't ask me why. There's a lot of artists out there that don't know how to change their flows. There's a lot of artists out there that's considered the greatest lyricists of all time that never could pick a good beat. Don't know why. It's like when you come to comedy, they gotta be like a chamber. Does he rock the crowd? Does he say funny shit on the spot? Does he have premeditated shit? There's a criteria. For some reason, everybody's not born with that chamber, with every single chamber. And I watched it, the greatest, if you want me to say a name, which is not right, but There's been some of the greatest guys that we consider the greatest rappers of all time that didn't know how to pick a beat or didn't know how to really make a hit. And so some of them hid under the cloth of, I'm underground. You know, I'm underground. I don't really want to make a hit. You know, I don't really want that kind of success. I don't this. But at the end of the day, I think rappers, like I started out underground, digging in the crates. I think it shows growth if you're able to make a song like Who Shot Ya and then do a What's Love. You know what I mean? And me, I used to tell all my crew digging in the crates, I used to tell them all, yo, I came in here to be a superstar. I did not come in here to just be underground. Not pointing them out in any way, but just saying there's artists that just can't do everything. And there's some artists that haven't had the luck. Like you. You're beyond talented. Everybody knows you're beyond talented. You just ain't have no Adam Sandler in your corner. You just ain't have no, you ain't have somebody with that type of power to say, this is the guy. You know, so you, similar to us, you got to fight your way to where you got your spot. We still fighting.
One of the greatest lyrics from you that I loved, it was at that time when you said, what's everybody so mad at the Southpaw? Switch up your style, switch to Southpaw.
I was thinking about that today.
That was me. And he borrowed it.
Jada,
I was listening. That was my original. That's my line. Google it.
Yo, Jada.
Go to Charlie.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hold on.
It's my line.
I followed you, bro.
Everybody so mad at the Southpaw. Learn how to switch your style up and go Southpaw.
Yo, Jada, let me tell you something.
Say it, but you open your mouth for. Better reason for me to just open your scalp more. Ooh! Up, man, that's me, man. Let's not get this. I mean, we ain't got all timers.
No, but I gave you that. I gave you that shout out.
No, yeah.
On a super smash hit record.
Yeah.
But
that's his vision who came from Thug It Out, then he threw it on making
once again, the crossover. Let me explain something to you, right? The point I was making, right, is at that time, everybody borrowed.
No, I didn't. I'm just making sure he got to know where it came from.
Yeah, he might have set me up with that shit.
No, I swear to God, I swear to God, you were the only person that I heard say that.
His shit was a little underground.
Yeah, his song was it.
My shit was smashed. No, but I still gave him the props, Jada. I was listening.
No, I don't care about
all right, but
it being a bigger song. I just don't, you're not going to deprive me of being a part of it. That's all.
But I did big.
You gave me, I love you.
That's a big record, Make It Rain. But let me explain something to you, right? I traveled around the whole country. I did this thing, I think it was for Bud Light. And in every city, the star of the city basketball player would come out, right? So if it was Memphis, it was Zach Randolph at the time. If it was Philly, AI. And we would host every one. What I noticed that the whole entire country, from the East to the Midwest, to the West, to the South, were only playing down South music in the club. One time, New York created hip hop. That was no longer we was not running the game. The West took it, we wasn't running it. South took over the game to the point of, I gotta be deaf, dumb, and blind to be sitting in the hottest club with the hottest ball player, not to notice this shit done changed on us. You can't come with the boom back and think you're gonna pop one off. It just wasn't working at that time. The DJ gotta spin with fluidity the same shit that's rocking. So the DJ playing nothing but the down south shit. So I'm in Memphis, and the guy goes and says, let's throw it back. And he throws on, the rock building's in the building tonight. Oh, the problem with that was actually number one at that time. And he said, the throwback of the day, rock building in the building tonight, is because they're so used to hearing nothing but the dirty South winning all day that even though that record was the hottest shit out, they called it the throwback. Same with New York. New York was really, really cocky. I remember there was a time when New York, you listen to Hot 97 and they'd be like, yo, what's playing outside of the 5 boroughs? And they'd be like, these are my confessions. And they had that shit in a chokehold to where they wasn't playing that. So according to the line, why you bad at the city? You got to switch the South. You know how many New York rappers was
Wish they could switch.
heated? No. Because at first, they get mad at you. You figure it out. They get upset. Yo, he getting to the bag. Man, the nigga made it down south here. That's what's ringing right now. So all my New York colleagues, furious. I'm reading the Source magazine. Oh, how could he rhyme on something like this? Next thing I know, everybody's the 808 rocking like this. But they was dumb mad at me when I first did Make It Rain. They were like, yo, how you can rap on that? And then everybody is just a new norm. Then New York starts sounding like the dirty South, to be honest with you. If you're going to keep it a buck. Because they were like, yo, we got to make one of these.